Welcome to WP Panel. Today we're going to show you how you actually use WordPress. The menu on the left hand side always has everything you need to basically access on your website. You might be limited on what you can use on here due to a web developer, but generally these are the main things that you need to be working on. If you ever want to change anything on your website, be it on a page or a post, this is where you need to go. So on the left hand side you have your menu which starts with posts. Posts are also called your newsreel or your blog posts. They're anything that you upload that's more of an article and is just one block of text. You can access your posts in here, you can access the categories and edit anything that you need to that's old, or add in anything that you want to add in new. You then go down to media, and media is essentially where all your multimedia items will live. So it has a library of everything that's been uploaded to the website previously, which may be old files, but you may also find that you can upload new images in here. And what a lot of people forget is that they can actually upload new images in here and get the link for them as well. This is especially useful if you have something like a menu or PDF or a file, because once it's uploaded to your website, it's yours to share. You can share that link anywhere you wish and it will have your URL on it. So it's useful to use if you're ever sending files to anyone and say this is where the PDF is. A lot of people forget this. You then obviously have your pages, which are obviously the bulk of your website and will hold most of the content that makes up the website itself. So in here you can edit every page on the website, whether it's one that's already on the menu or maybe it's a hidden landing page. Comments, not so relevant. They tend to be more useful for blogs, but you don't need to touch these too much unless you're using your website as a blog. Then you have appearance, which can be a bit of a trickier one. These ones start getting a bit more complicated, but appearance is where you'll find your theme. You can customize things, you can edit the widgets and the menus. So if you ever want to change the layout of a menu, you can go into this section and basically move the menus around. So it's quite useful to use this bit, but just go sparingly. You then go down, you've got plugins. Again, plugins are really useful to keep an eye on because plugins are often needing updates. They're kind of the backbone to some of the key features of your website, and can be important to keep up to date because of security and any glitches or fixes that they may have installed. So keep an eye on those, and you can see other videos where we've told you how to do these updates. You then go down, you've got users, and these are all the users that can access your website. This will have your own details in there as well, so if you want to change passwords or add a new user, this is where you'll go. And you can also change your picture in here as well if you wish to update your fave icon as well. Down to tools, and tools are basically where you'll find extra parts of your website which you can export, import, check on site health, and as you upload plugins as well, you'll see where these tools come in handy. But these tend to not need to be used on a daily basis. Settings, this is kind of the settings of your website, but in a brief way, in that you can edit things like how the website's laid out, how it appears on Google, whether it appears on Google, how your blogs are laid out, and things. The settings behind a lot of these things. Generally, you don't want to be touching too much in here once it has been set up as a live website, because all the settings will be consistent across the site, so try not to tamper with anything in here unless it's necessary. And then under here you'll find all your plugin menus on the side here as well. So for example, we have the Yoast plugin on the left hand side, and you can do different settings in here as well. Not every plugin comes with a menu on the left, but it just depends on what it is that you're using, and you might find the settings in here that you can adjust.